Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles the Bandsman, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, and entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. We got a spicy show for y'all. Let's get straight into it. So, as you guys know, Patrick Beverley is one of the more outspoken people when he was playing on the court and off the court with his podcast. And if you know anything about Patrick Beverley, you also know that he is a James Harden guy. And in the process of him defending James Harden, he then basically tried to say that that James Harden is better than D Wade. I want to get into the article. This is from fadeawayworld.net. Let me read what it says. It says, former NBA player Patrick Beverley has had more than his fair share of feuds over the years, and now he's got into it with Hall of Famer Dwyane Wade. Beverly and Wade fired shots at each other on Friday as the latter took offense to comments made by the former on his podcast. In the first episode of Pat Bev's show, Beverly justified ranking James Harden as the third greatest shooting guard of all time. The 37-year-old claimed Harden is better player and Wade is not, it's not even close. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. IF for Wade, that's the homie, Beverly said. You're talking about a player that can score, a player that can get to the free throw line, a player that can pass it out of a pick and roll. A lot of people were going under on D Wade's pick and rolls. I ain't going front. You feel me? A lot of people were letting D Wade have that. Yes. Does D Wade have a clutch gene? Beverly continued. Yes, absolutely right. Yes, at times. Have we seen D Wade be more clutcher than James? Yes, we have. But when we talk about a better player, a better player, James Harden is a better player than D Wade. And people get it confused because they think D Wade won a championship, and you can't take that away. But a championship is a team thing. That's a team award. I'm talking about individual, Beverly said. Who is a better player, and individually, you have to go with James Harden. No disrespect to Allen Iverson and D Wade. I even think it's close. I think James Harden really might be probably one of the best scorers this game has ever seen. I think we need to applaud that. So Pat Beverly smoking some serious crack right here. Serious crack, right? So D Wade got a hold of what Patrick Beverly said, and then he went on his show and decided to flame up Pat Bev. But before we even get into what D Wade's response was, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. All right, guys, it's that time of the year. The playoff push is on. Tournament hoops are in full swing, and there's no better way to cash in if you're right on all the clutch buckets and slam dunks than PrizePicks, where it's always good to be right. I finally jumped into their team picks feature, and I have no idea why I waited this long. First time I tried it, I was picking game winners and totals on basketball, and I actually came out right on my first one. But even more than that, watching the game just hits different. Every bucket, every run, every late game stop actually meant something. And here's what makes it even better. It's not just individual games. On PrizePicks, you can pick who cuts down the nets, who wins the whole thing, who takes home the MVP, tournament, playoffs, even the international baseball tournament. You can call your own shot on all of it and cash in if you're right. Team picks are live right now in 35 states. That's California, Texas, Georgia, Washington, and more, all in the same PrizePicks app you already know. Download the PrizePicks apps today and pick your first game winner, spread, or total as the playoff push rolls on, and get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup when you use code CLNS. That's code CLNS to get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks is good to be right. All right, so what we want to do is we want to play what D Wade had to say in response to Patrick Beverley, and then we're going to come back and keep the show going. Take a listen to these guys here.
I don't think no basketball player is better. Can he score better? Can he dribble better? It's things that they do that's better. I don't personally believe any basketball player has ever been better than me. That's our mentality. That's the only way you become great. If you are stubborn like that and you think that way, and the people are probably like, you crazy as hell. No. He does things better than me. He's not a better basketball player. And so it's hard because the normal people who are having that conversation are not as good as the people that they're having the conversation about.
That is so true.
I don't understand how you can have a conversation about me and state facts when you're not as good as me. Like somebody that's in the room, we're in a room full of people who are just as good. Put me in the top 75 room, we can all have the conversations about I'm better than you.
Right.
So tell me why. If you ain't in that room,
If you LA Fitness 24 hours,
Have it amongst yourself. Don't come out and act like this is factuals, because your facts is, what are your facts based on? Your facts are based on your style of play, what you like to watch aesthetically.
I've never, that is, wow.
Yeah, Pat Bev came out and just talked about me and James. Another conversation with me and James. Pat just came out definitive. He was definitive. James Harden is better than Dwyane Wade.
Stop. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. He was definitive. He was very definitive in his answer, and I was just sitting there like, okay, Pat, what's your facts?
Right.
To say that someone's better, or just come out and say what I personally like, the style of play that I like to see.
That's a great way to say
X, Y, and Z. Don't you ever fix your mouth to say nobody is better than me when you wasn't better than me. Like, you can't do that. Like, you talk about a better player, you're talking about every aspect of the game of basketball. You know how good I was at a lot of aspects of the game, but people like to see he didn't score 70, or he didn't score 60, or he didn't get whatever the game that you like to see, and you like, man, he a bad boy. We're all bad boys. None of us feel that the next person is better than us at the game of basketball. But what you like is what you like, because that's what people like. They like people 6'6", they like people 6'7", they like people 6'8", they like people with handles. Whatever the case may be, but you can never say no one is better than me, or it's better than Jordan, or better than LeBron. Like, not better.
Right.
I like this player more. He did these things
that I like
better than this guy. But as a basketball player overall, well, we all cold. That's why we all in the top 75. So you're not in the top 75. Stop talking about the people in the top 75. I don't understand where this come from.
What we talking about?
As in better.
Right.
Like, we all in there, and it's everybody in that top 75 is better at something than someone else.
Right.
But we all in that room for a reason.
Hey, talk your talk, baby. Talk your talk.
I ain't even no talk. This is just factual.
No,
like, I don't understand it. Like, better? How? How is somebody better than? Oh, so you like that better?
No,
that doesn't make them better than me.
That is a great point.
So I don't understand that.
Okay, all right, we'll say that.
But I like Pat coming back, being back on the microphone. I like that something went viral, and I was a part of the conversation. I like Pat, but Pat, it did too. It's funny too when you see players who talk about your game. You're like, well, you didn't even experience. You experienced a portion of my game. But when I was winning championships, you wasn't even around. You don't know who I am. You didn't get to feel the wrath. You didn't feel the wrath of me of young. Now my career was hit by injuries.
Cool. So you heard what D-Wade had to say. Forget about what D-Wade is talking about, who's on the same level to have these conversations. Forget about all of that, D-Wade. I got you, bro. I got you, son. Dwyane Wade is better than James Harden. Period. End of story. If you ain't see it, you ain't see it. Dwyane Wade was a better basketball player than James Harden. When D-Wade came in that 2003 draft, he was the forgotten one. The ones that got all the attention was LeBron and Carmelo Anthony. We knew D-Wade was nice, but he was the one that felt like he wasn't getting the proper respect. And when he came into the NBA, his first few years in the NBA was more impressive than LeBron and Carmelo Anthony's. Son won a title. And if you watch early D-Wade, he was sensational. Attacking the basket. Mid-range jumper, although he wasn't like he wasn't like a consistent mid-range guy, although he can hit a mid-range shot. He didn't really shoot too many threes. His playmaking, his defense, his clutch play, his leadership intangibles. He had it all. And some. D-Wade had it all. And oh, by the way, he went on one of the greatest playoff runs in NBA history to win that title when they got Shaq. What are we talking about right now? D-Wade's game was not based off of chucking threes. Harden at the height of his career was averaging 10 3-point shots a game, and he was being allowed to carry and travel. D-Wade didn't get the benefit of the doubt of traveling. He didn't. They were calling that when D-Wade was playing. James Harden is not better than D-Wade. I would take D-Wade 100 out of 100 times over James Harden in a regular season and in the playoffs. Give me D-Wade. I know I'm going to win something with D-Wade. I know that. When LeBron went to Miami, he was looking for D-Wade's leadership. Whoever went to James Harden to look for James Harden leadership. And that matters. Leadership and your ability to lead is part of your basketball game. It's part of what makes you who you are. That matters. And Harden has none of it. Harden is known for quitting. Literally. Every few years, Harden quits. Either for money or for reasons we don't even know. That's not D Wade's legacy. You can't even compare the two. You can't. And I'm not putting James Harden ahead of Jerry West either. No, I'm not. D Wade is the number one leader in blocks for guard, and he's 6'4", 5. Come on, y'all better knock it off with all of this nonsense, man. Like, knock it all the way off, bro. Look at what D Wade accomplished in the regular season and the playoffs, and look at what James Harden did. James Harden is a regular season guy. That is what he has been always, a regular season guy. He can put up great numbers, but when it matters, he can't do it. And to me, when the game gets his hardest, when you're playing on the biggest stages, if you can't compete versus a guy that delivered on many, many, many occasions, you don't get to say you're better than that guy. Patrick Beverley is bugging. I don't know what he's talking about. It's not even close. Bro, what are you on right now, bro? It's not even close. What are you on right now? I'm out.